G'day mates, my name is Boneslayer, welcome back to yet another episode of Tekkit Lite. I don't know why. This happens every single time. Every time I start recording a new episode of Tekkit Lite, it drops down to 30 frames. I can't fix it. It always happens, and there's just no reason to it. So I'll be right back as I fix it for what, 67th time at least? Alright, I'm back again. I literally just press two things and come back in, start recording, and it's fine. There's no reason for this to be happening. Oh my gosh. But anyway, welcome back to Tekkit Lite, where we are doing multiple things at the same time because we love multitasking. I'm going to get that out of there because I'm not going to do that. So over here, we are continuing where we left off last episode. We are going to fill these 3 energy cell frames, which I made off camera, up with molten redstone, which we do not have enough of to fill up 1. We have enough redstone, obviously, because I have infinite amounts of that for now. But the only problem is the speed, because we do not have enough energy. So it does one thing, takes a long break, does one more thing, takes a long break, and it just keeps going like that. So we barely get anything done in any amount of time. So let's look at this. So it just did 1 redstone, which gave us, I believe, that was 100. Why is that going through there? I think I broke the game. Because I turned this off, but it's still going through the pipe. Okay then, I don't know why that happened. But anyway, I do have a solution for this. It's going to be a manual solution, and it's not going to be as safe as these obviously are. But it's going to be better. And that is manual combustion engines. So let's look up combustion. So we need to make 1 or 2 of these, which is going to be extremely easy. Wait, I need more iron. So this is going to be extremely laughable. Is it 8 iron for 1 gold or 4? Let's look at this again. Iron. Dang it. 1 for 8. Okay, so let's try getting 16. Let's go into creative mode. Spawn in iron. 16. There we go. Put that here. Go back into survival mode. Okay. 24 iron. That is what we now have. Thanks, game. Okay. So now we just need to make, we need 3 for the combustion engine itself, 8 for the gears. Okay, so let's make that now. Let's do this, and take some cobble. Alright, wait a second, hold on. Why did I open up a chest? That's not what I need to do. Combustion. 2 gears for 1 thing, okay. No. Why? Why is it doing that? I didn't even press that button. I don't even know what button I was supposed to press to get that to happen. Okay, I'm stupid. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what the meaning of life is. Stone gears. Iron gears. Okay, there we go. So now we've done that. Wait a second. I already had 13. Or is the game broken? I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave it at that. I have no idea if I just broke the game or not. Because Tekkit Lite has a knack of just spawning things and despawning things in my inventory. Then either re-despawning them or respawning them later. And I don't know why. It did that several times over here. It's done that in my inventory before with fish. So I don't even know. I'm just going to say that I had that, but I'm not sure. The game broke, probably. Alright. Cobblestone. Now let's make a piston, which is made like this. Piston. Okay. I need woods. Do that. And I take some redstone. I only needed 1, didn't I? Alright, do that. Was it iron that I needed? And cobble? And then wood? There we go, piston. Stop, please! That's not even what I'm pressing! Oh my gosh. This game, I don't even understand. Iron gears. And then cobblestone. No. Oh, wait, it's iron, not cobble. Combustion engine. Now this exists. So now we check on this. Okay. Now we place this here. Good job. Now what we need to do, redstone. Okay. We need to just make, we just need to do what it tells us to do, which is what stop. I'm not even clicking anything and it just throws things around in my inventory. I'm really tired of this. Okay, alright, so let's do this. Then we make 2 gears. Wait, how do I make this? Piston. I need a piston. Okay. Alright, another 3. Cobblestone. I already have the stuff that I need. Do that, and then I do this. Piston. Now let's make the redstone engine. We'll just use one. I don't know if I'm pretty sure one will work. Alright. Let's save some coal and deactivate these. Oh crap. Okay, I'm still getting used to this because I just changed some things. I just upgraded my power tool. So that's the first time I used the power tool like that. And my jetpack is useless. Okay. Good to know. I don't know why that happened because it was working pretty good earlier. I was going so far up that it told me flying is not allowed. But now that I actually need to use it, my jetpack decides to go up 6 blocks and then stop? I don't understand. Look, now it's working. What is the problem here? Why is my Tekkit Lite broken? When I need to use something, it doesn't work. When I don't need to use it, it works. It just works 110%. I don't understand. There's no reason for this. But I just upgraded my power tool so that it mines things 16 times as fast as it should instead of just 8 times as fast as it should. So I'm able to mine some things for days if I need to. What the heck? I did not even know that was here. I know now, like, I know that isn't broken. I remember that I did this, but I completely forgot about it until now. So it looks like we do have quite a bit of iron. That's not what I pressed. Thanks, game. Alright. Okay. I made a mining well. I went out and got some sand, and I just made glass with it. I'll just make a tank. Do that. Pump. Awesome. Okay. There's going to be a lot that we're going to do this episode. Let's make 3 tanks. 3 tanks works. Now let's put them across from here. Let's not do that. Let's not put them across from here. Let's put them diagonal. Wait, no, let's not do that. Oh crap. I was about to break multiple things if I did that. Alright, where do we put this then? I'll just put it along this wall. Hold on, let's find the even. Okay, there is no even on this wall. That's painful. A lot. That is very painful. Okay, we did that. Wait a second, hold on. This is gonna break if I mine it, isn't it? Oh, it isn't? Awesome. Okay, so this is what we need to do. We need to put this up. Let's put it over here, like that. Okay. Now we need to do the exact same thing as we did over here, but we need mores. Okay, I just realized. This keeps happening. Go back to normal difficulty. Stop turning yourself off. Oh my gosh. The server's broken. Tekkit Lite is broken. My life is broken. You just can't get anything right. Okay. Wait a second. No, I think what we're doing now might be for nothing, but I'm pretty sure it might be for nothing, but it's fine. Most of this is for good. Okay. I know that if we just left the Stirling engines there, we'd probably be done by now. But really, now it decides to lag. Okay, I just get to stand here and wait for things to happen. There we go. We'd probably be done by now if we just left the Stirling engines going, but where's the achievement in that? If we can get combustion engines to working the way that I'm going to do it, then we've opened up a whole new door to something else as well. And that is called overclocking. So, you might know what I'm trying to do now. You might. But if you don't, then there's no hope for you, is there? But anyway, what we need now, there's a couple things we need. One of the things we need is flowers. Why is it lagging now? What have I done? I've sat here and done nothing. And now the server's lagging out. Said it takes 20 minutes for me to open a door. It's because mobs are spawned in now, isn't there? Because apparently having 2 mobs near you means that the game breaks and you can't do anything for the next 40 minutes. Yep, that is what it means. So having mobs on breaks my game, apparently. It's just too bad it didn't do that before. It's only doing that now. Because we've had mobs on this server before. In fact, I recorded it like this with Boneslayer, but that recording got deleted because I broke it. And it was completely fine. But now, all of a sudden, I can't move without getting teleported back to place. What just happened? Nothing happened. Why did I take damage? I need flowers. I need better internet. My internet is trash. The internet that my house has is like several years old, so it's horrible. So I lag out for no reason when nothing happens. That's why, even though I have a beast computer, Boneslayer is always able to load into servers and online stuff a lot faster than I am. I'm gonna take damage for nothing. It's pretty relaxing to know that I'm about to die at any minute because there's nothing around me, but it's going to kill me anyway. Oh my gosh. Why? Why? There's literally no reason for this. Do I need to put it back into peaceful difficulty just so I can walk 3 blocks? I could just stand here and watch. I'm just gonna watch the world break in front of me. What are you shooting at? You shooting at where I used to be. Are you done? So I can't turn mobs on, apparently, because it breaks my computer for no reason whatsoever. I've never had this problem in my life on this server, but now that it matters, it decides to give me crap about it. Now that I'm recording, it decides to just say, you know what? I hate you, go kill yourself, instead of cooperating with me. Like every other 100 times I've done this exact thing. Gosh. And I need blaze rods. I need blaze rods, but if I turn mobs on, this server's gonna laugh at me because it just feels like it. There's no reason for this to be happening. So I'm gonna have to spawn in blaze rods just because my computer's gonna crash for absolutely no reason. Mobs aren't even on and my computer's still breaking. Why am I alive? What the heck? I just went out to get some flowers, and then the game just literally just slapped me several times and told me to kill myself. This is all I wanted. My goodness. The Let's throw this in here. Sort. I didn't press that. I'm about to rage quit and just leave this computer because I just can't handle what's happening right now. I pressed sort, but because my mouse is near this, it doesn't even have to be on it. It just needs to be near it for me to press on it, apparently. Oh my goodness. I can't handle any of this crap right now. Okay, so I spawned in ender tanks because obviously I need blaze rods to make ender tanks. And to get blaze rods, I need to just kill myself and just break my computer. Because, I don't even know, Tekkit Lite and this server combined just don't feel like working now that it matters. We've done like 2 or 3 different Tekkit Lite worlds on this same exact server. And I've never had a problem. Never. But now that I'm recording it, now I'm having all these problems that shouldn't exist and never used to. I can't handle the level of trash that's just being flowed right now. I can't. Okay, let's make some gold transport pipes. Okay, that's easy. Alright, there we go. Now I have cactus green somewhere. I've cactus there. Waterproof. How much do I need? Hopefully this is enough, but I'm not sure. Okay. This is ticking me off so bad. Let's do that. That doesn't work, does it? Yep, can't do that. Let's do this. Let's see if this works. So let's color the two. So ender tanks, I don't know if I explained this already, but ender tanks are color coordinated. Because if you have one thing in one ender tank, but you need another thing in a different ender tank, they're all linked, so that doesn't work. So that's why they give you 3 spaces, so that you can like put a combination on here. So the ender tanks with lava combination is white, white, white. The ender tanks with this liquid that we're about to put in it is white, yellow, white. So white, yellow, white, and white, white, white do not have the same liquid because that difference in color has separated them. So now I believe if we mine these, they should keep their yellow on them, so that when we place them down, I don't have to color them again. Yeah, so it kept the yellow. So that's why I did it down here, so that I'm able to get at it. Okay, so this is what we need to do. We need to turn this, and then place that there. Alright, so we're going to put a different liquid in these ender tanks than lava. Lava is white, white, white. What we're about to do is white, yellow, white. And what we're about to do requires a lake or a river. Because the liquid we're about to put into it is called water. Which is why we needed combustion, because I figured out you're able to put things in, which doesn't matter, and take things out of tanks with buckets. So if we have infinite water in a large array of tanks, then we can just keep taking water and lava out of those tanks and putting them in combustion engines. Just don't leave those combustion engines on, since apparently no matter what you do, combustion engines can always explode, even if it's physically impossible for them to do so. Alright. So now we go... We need 1 block depth, at least. So, here. I missed. Thanks. Okay, now that's enough. We don't need to place one. We don't need to place another block. Now we take the pump, put it here. Then we go redstone engine. Put it. Let's just mine these first. Dang, Sam. That was fast. There we go. So it's extended down. So it's taking water. Now we just need to redstone. Lever. And then tank. Alright, so now let's put down a Stirling engine just to speed up the process, because this sucks a lot. 1 coal, because we're only going to do this temporarily. Bam. Yep, there we go. Now the water is going into those 3 tanks that we set up. We will put another redstone engine on here to do the exact same thing as the other thing. We need to put a chunk loader down here, don't we? Or can we just extend that out? How far can I fly up before I crash? That far. Alright, so there we go. So that's how far I can go up before the server says, we don't feel like letting you do what you're supposed to be able to do. So let's slowly make our way up before we get to that distance. Please be high enough. Come on! Okay, I made it. I got scared. I thought I was going to crash. Okay. So we see it from here. How far does this go? Probably way too far. Oh, that is exactly what we need. So that works. What if we reduce it down by 1? Not far enough. 4. So 4 works. 4 reaches that chunk loader. And I think I just whistled with my teeth when I said 4. That probably hurt your ears a lot. Okay. There we go. So now this pump down here is going to continuously work. How is it doing? Doing pretty good, okay. So we don't need this anymore. Turn the Stirling engine off. And leave the redstone engine to slowly try and do something. We'll put another redstone engine out here too to help it. Because as we know, 2 redstone engines is apparently enough to get infinite lava for several tanks. So 1 redstone engine and 1 Stirling engine temporarily should probably be enough to fill up 3 tanks. Or at least almost fill them up. Enough to take a bucket or 2 out. Boneslayer is most likely going to be on the server later today, so when he is, I'm going to see if we can turn on flying so that flying is enabled. Sort. Dandelion yellow will go in here. Gold transport pipes will throw in here. Okay. So now let's go downstairs, check on our water tanks. There we go, they're almost full. So that is what we have done. Okay. So now we take this. And then we go to here. Okay. So let's take a bucket out. Water bucket. And then let's do that. And throw this in here. And then we take lava. And throw in here. So this is what we do. We just take 1 or 2 buckets. We fill them up with lava or water. And then we just keep dumping them into the combustion engine over and over again. And then once we have several tanks, like once we get several tanks, like once we fill up all this entire wall with lava, this entire wall with water, combustion engines, manually filling up of course, will become an easy task. Alright, let's try this. Let's see what this does for us. Maybe, quite possibly. How do I use a combustion engine? Because a lever apparently doesn't work. Let's just do that. That worked. What the heck? Okay then. 1 is not enough. Okay then. So 1 combustion engine is better than 2, well not better than 2, but 1 combustion engine is better than 1 Stirling engine, but it is not better than 2 Stirling engines. However, I would say, if you put them together, and if I need more levers, which I do, let's grab this. There we go. Now, let us make power. Now this should definitely get some redstone going. Let's look at the power. There we go. Power is going up faster than it was. How's this going? Decent. So we've done it. We now have a combustion engine going. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's make some more tanks while I'm thinking about it. 2 golden waterproof. Okay, that's definitely not enough for what I was about to do. So let's do 4s. We can make 3. And then have that left over. Okay. So let's put 2 more down. Then put 1 up here. And then do this. So there we go. We have now expanded our water tankage. And we will make another redstone engine soon, just not right now. Let's check on this, because I do not want this to explode. Alright, how are we doing? Pretty horrible. Pretty horrible, not gonna lie. I hate redstoning. Redstoning like this sucks a lot. Because it barely gives you any for 1 redstone, and then you need to do it for several, and you need so much energy for 1. It sucks so much. But at least we're staying above 0 whenever we do that. Right? At least there's that. So let's continue just laving and watering our combustion engine. More fuel. I believe lava is the least efficient fuel for combustion engines. Like if we use something else, a combustion engine would actually go faster. But lava is definitely like the most thing we have. I believe the 3 you can use is lava, oil, and fuel. Lava is the least efficient, oil is middle, and fuel is the most efficient. But lava is the most plentiful, so that's what we're using right now. Hopefully, we're able to use fuel in the future, because not only will that make combustion engines a beast, but it'll also be cool that we're refining oil into fuel and using it, because that would be really interesting. I don't think I've ever actually gotten this good like this on a Tekkit Lite survival world. Like, I've done a lot of things in creative, and I've tested out a lot of things, and I've learned a lot of things in creative. And in survival, I've done some pretty cool things, but I've never really, like, gotten far on survival, because after I get a little while into survival, I just stop altogether. I don't know why. But this world, I've actually kept it going. Like, I don't think I've gotten to the point where we make power armor. And then I just, like, I don't think I've gotten to that point in survival before. Because usually before I get there, I just stop playing Tekkit Lite and I go do something else. But since I'm recording this, I have to keep it going. So because I have to keep it going, I have gotten this far. And I don't regret it. I'm not forcing myself to play Tekkit Lite, even though it sounds like I just said that. But because I'm recording, I have to keep it going, but I'm having fun being forced to keep it going. That's what I mean. I'm not sad that I have to keep this series going, but I just can't stop it in the middle of it, so. It's like pretty much like a motive to keep this series going instead of just stopping like 3 episodes in and just doing something else like I usually would. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting that we've actually gotten this far. For you guys, it's like not that big of a deal because this is the first series of Tekkit Lite you've seen me do. So it's like you just kept it going. We've never seen you not keep it going. Well, yeah. That's because every other time that I've played Tekkit Lite, I haven't been recording. So I just stopped for no reason. But since I am recording, I keep it going, and I'm having fun keeping it going. And it's a good series. I'm glad you guys like this series. It's really fun. Really fun to play. And especially now that I've gotten it onto a server, it's really fun to do with Ripslayer. He likes playing Tekkit Lite, I like playing Tekkit Lite, and we both love playing it together. It's just too bad we haven't recorded anything together yet. Well, we have. But I'm an idiot, and I forgot to record voice. So, you just heard him talking to no one the entire episode, so I just deleted it, because that's trash. And besides, we didn't do anything that episode, so it's fine. But hopefully he'll be on later today, and we'll record another one, and he'll be here for it. And that'll be really cool. That'll be really interesting. This episode should have been ended a long time ago, but I'm just still here managing things and talking to you guys. I like talking to you guys, even though there's like nobody that watches this channel. Still, I like talking to the very few people who do. Especially since I'm talking on Tekkit Lite. Everybody who watches my channel watches Tekkit Lite. And then like 2 people who watch my channel watch Dying Light. Which is a shame, but at least you're watching something. Alright, so let's just put one more fuel bucket into here. That's a tree tap. What am I doing? There we go. Gotta keep the combustion engine from overheating. See, if it has infinite water and infinite lava, it doesn't heat up. I did that exact thing with my combustion engines before I got a YouTube channel when Boneslayer was on. We had it set up so that it would receive infinite water and infinite lava from pumps. I tested it out on a different world, and it was fine. It worked just like it should. I looked it up, and every YouTube video and every article I read and watched all said it worked. They all showed it worked. And then when I put it into our Tekkit Lite server, I did it 3 times. 2 of those 3 exact same formations that serve the same purpose worked exactly like it should have. But then the 3rd, in my lab, it decided to explode. Every test run, it just doesn't make sense. The tests we've run, the research we did, and the research we've witnessed and seeing other people on YouTube do it, they all said it would work, and they've all showed it worked. But then when we did it, 2/3 of it worked, but then the one inside of our lab blew up and destroyed everything we ever made. And everything we ever mined from, like, caves or in the Nether. Well, I don't think we did much in the Nether in that world. I don't think so. But everything we've mined and gathered, 90% of it just blew up in the explosion. So then we just ended the world there because there was no reason to go on. Because the game broke and destroyed everything we ever got. So what's the point in keeping that world? But I don't know. That's why I don't trust combustion engines anymore. So I'm definitely not going to leave it running. So I'm just gonna keep it managed, make sure it has lava and water in it, and if it starts getting heated up, I'm going to turn it off instead of doing what it's supposed to do and let it running like it's supposed to be able to do. I'm going to have to turn it off before it breaks my game again. That sucked a lot when that happened. But the past is the past and the present is the present. Even though the game is still breaking multiple times every time I record this episode, the present is the present. It's fine. So we have enough for 1 energy cell frame. Fantastic. We're just going to keep going until we get 3. It's going to be off camera, but we're going to keep going. The only reason why we're still on camera is I just want to talk to you guys. But I feel like there's nothing else to say, so I'm just going to end this episode here. Everything that I'm doing now, just running back and forth, putting lava and water into the combustion engine, looking at these 2 to make sure what I have is fine. I'm going to be doing that for like the next hour or so, until I finally have enough to fill up 3 energy cell frames. What time is it? Okay, so that means, if I'm doing this for the next hour or so, that means by the time I fill up 3 energy cell frames, or even before I finish filling 3 of them up, I should be recording with Boneslayer, because he's supposed to get on in less than an hour. So there's that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on this endeavor. And I'm not going to say anything because it's a tongue twister to do my outro. So may I see you in the next one. Boneslayer, out.